What is going on, everybody? It is time for my favorite video of the month, and that is going over all the dividends I received for the month of September. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and like the video, but we're just going to jump right into this one. As always, we're going to start off with my M1 Finance, and there's a few changes I'm going to be making overall. I'll probably discuss that more in the next video, but I might be getting rid of my Robinhood and M1 Finance, so stick around and we'll kind of talk about it. But if we look at the last month of dividends for the month of September, I have a whole bunch of monthly paying dividends in my M1 portfolio. So we're not going to go through all of these, but you can see I have LTC Property, Gladstone Land, Gladstone Commercial, Cornerstone Strategic Value, a few Vanguards, Shaw, McDonald's, Stag, Main Street Capital, a whole bunch. But I brought in $4.13 on my M1 Finance, which is the biggest month I have had to date on M1. I like M1, but I'm sure you've heard everywhere, but TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, all the big brokerages have cut out commissions. And if you follow my channel, you know I've been with TD Ameritrade for a while now. It used to be Scottrade, but now it's TD Ameritrade, and it is by far my favorite platform. Robinhood was, but TD Ameritrade just has a lot more features, so I might be bringing everything to one account, but we will see. But looking at my Robinhood portfolio for dividends, I had a dividend coming from Haynes Brand, 15 cents, KeyBank, 74, Gladstone Investment, 3 cents, CenturyLink, $1.50, Flower Foods, 57 cents, Realty Income, 23 cents, Stag, 24 cents, International Paper, $2, Apple Hospitality, 10 cents, Skyworks, $3.08, Prospect Capital, 60 cents, Random Leveraged Fund I have, 28 cents, Bank of America, 18 cents, Vanguard International Real Estate, 42 cents, 15 cents for SPHD, and 26 cents for Dividend Yield Shares High Income, 7 cents for another Gladstone, Tapestry, $1.01, and that was it for Robinhood, bringing us to $11.61 on Robinhood. Now with Robinhood, it's pretty bittersweet because I love Robinhood, but if you follow my channel, I have said more than one time that if Robinhood were to ever have the drip feature, which is where the dividends automatically reinvest into the stock, I would have no problem making Robinhood my only account. But what I never even thought of was if TD Ameritrade eliminated their commissions, because then you can just buy one share of something and reinvest it and pay nothing. So now that TD Ameritrade has given us that feature of never paying for commissions, I really want to take advantage and just grow one account, because as fun as it is to do an M1 Finance update and a Robinhood update video, you know, I want the peace of mind of having all my funds in one portfolio. Now, the only problem with that would be if a stock does not have a dividend. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do everything like Tesla. But let's jump into my dividends for TD Ameritrade. Starting with right up here, Switch. That brought me in 30 cents. PFE, which is Pfizer. For some reason, it paid me twice, but then it took it back. But it gave me $27.71. Keep in mind, I don't have a lot of these holdings anymore because I had to sell out to buy that land, which we will talk about in a second. So I don't have these anymore, but it still paid me a dividend. Ford paid me $8. IBM paid me $50.27. This sucks because IBM was one of my favorite stocks and I had to sell it. So hopefully I can get into IBM again. I have one share in my Robinhood, but AG&C paid me $7.48. Kraft Heinz $8.25. 3M, which I actually bought one share of today on TD Ameritrade, $14.60. Home Depot gave me $2.77. PSA Public Storage gave me $2.12. And up here you can see where I just bought one share of 3M at $153 and a 0 commission. So I'm very, very excited. I think this is a huge thing for all investors, especially newer investors. I mean, now there's no excuse not to invest. You can go to any brokerage pretty much and buy a stock with no commissions. But TD Ameritrade, I brought in $121.50 for this month. So if we combine the 3 accounts, I brought in $137.24, bringing my year-to-date at $1,709.80. Last August, I brought in $89.08, so that is roughly a 64% year-over-year increase. Now, something I want to talk to you guys about is this land is looking like it's not going to happen. There's been a lot of BS in the last 2 weeks I've been dealing with. It's caused so much stress in my life. And long story short, I do not think that there is enough buildable land to put a house in a septic field, because the paperwork I was given from the seller was not entirely true. And so if I can't fit my septic field and my house on it, I'm not going to buy land. You know, I'm going to lose my deposit because I started to clear out trees so that I could do my research and my due diligence. And so I'm going to have to pay my tree guys for coming out and starting the work. And it's very unfortunate because it's 2 houses down from where I live, and it was a really good opportunity if it could have worked out. The land was dirt cheap. But sometimes you have to realize that if something looks too good to be true, it probably is. And I'm wise enough, and I'm not going to act on emotions and just try to buy it and force it to happen. You know, I'm smart enough to be able to say, you know what, I wanted this to happen, but it does not look like it's meant to be. So that leaves me with the next problem is I sold all these stocks to buy the land. Now I'm not buying the land. What do I do with this money? I have roughly $40-some thousand sitting in a online savings account. Luckily, it's making me 2% interest. But I'm kind of torn between jumping back into stocks with that money, maybe looking for another piece of land that I can build a spec house or my second house down the road. Maybe do I sit tight and just wait to see what happens? Do I look for a rental property? Right now, I have no idea. If I had to say which way I'm leaning, it would be that I'm leaning back towards stocks, because that's where I find my safe. It's like my safety net. I liked having that big cushion account to where, you know, if real estate wasn't working out for me, I still had a little bit of money coming in from this. But if I did jump back into stocks, I would do things a lot different. You know, my account was sitting around $50,000, and I had way too many stocks, and it was very unorganized. So, you know, comment down below what you guys think of this. But if I were to deploy my $40,000 back into the stock market, I'm thinking of switching my tactics a little bit and maybe putting like $10,000 to $20,000 into my ETF that I held, SPHD. $10,000 to $20,000 could bring me in anywhere from, you know, $60 to $80 a month, I believe, just going off the top of my head. So I was thinking of $10,000 to $20,000 into SPHD, maybe another $5,000 into Vanguard High Dividend ETF, which is ticker symbol VYM, and then maybe just beefing up some of my favorite holdings like 3M, Altria Group, maybe getting back into some of my old holdings. I still have one share of Disney here. I could beef that back up. Disney, maybe bring back IBM or Kimberly-Clark. I'm curious what your opinions are. I'd love to hear back from you guys if it's a good time to jump in right now, because there's a lot of volatility going on and a lot of uncertainty. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't know which way I'm leaning, but if I had to pick where I am leaning at this very moment, it would be stocks. Or, you know, maybe it only makes sense to add a few thousand per month and just see where the market takes us. So that's all I have for you guys video. Next video, maybe I'll get more in detail once I make a decision. But as always, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.